Stuttering has long been a social stigma, and people who stutter often feel ashamed to speak in public, and that sense of shame can be crippling to people who suffer from this. But many people might be surprised to hear that stuttering is not a genetic nor a neurological disorder. There are ways to overcome the condition. Here to tell us more about it is Chamonix Sikora, Executive Director of the American Institute for Stuttering, and Derek Wood, a client at the Institute. Welcome both. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Derek, let's start with you. You can only imagine not having this experience, how painful and difficult it must be, embarrassing, all of the above.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what that's been like for you, and where are you in overcoming it?
I mean, when I was really young, it was really bad, and you feel almost trapped inside your own skin. I mean, it's such a fundamental thing to be able to communicate well with other people. And it can, I mean, the range of emotions is just anger, frustration, fear. And I came to the American Institute for Stuttering like 3 years ago. I had a job where my boss was like, you need to do something about this. And it turns out it was one of the best things that I've ever done, because I feel really in charge of my speech now.
Yeah, I mean, you seem in charge and you seem to be doing well. Chamonix, how is this treated?
Well, at the American Institute for Stuttering, we really hone into both the physical aspects of speech production, so learning ways to get words out easier, stutter a bit easier, and increasing fluency, but also the psychological pieces, the way that stuttering can really increase fear and affect a person's life.
It's interesting because it can cause fear, it can cause anxiety, but it's not caused by anxiety. Is that correct? And there are misconceptions about this.
Yeah, so absolutely. It's not caused by nerves or anxiety or a psychological disorder. We know now that stuttering actually is neurologically based and physically based. So something in the brain is causing a mistiming of messages to be sent down to the speech muscles, which close off and over tense and make it really difficult.
Is there enough help out there for people who need it?
Well, there is. I mean, luckily there's places like the American Institute for Stuttering, and there's some great self-help groups as well.
But I saw in some of your materials that the population is underserved. Is that because they don't know how to get help, or because the services don't exist?
It's a little bit of both. You know, the American Institute for Stuttering is kind of a rare place to find that just specializes in the treatment of stuttering. It also is the combination of not knowing, as you mentioned, that these places exist. So kind of a combination.
Finally, Derek, I read a little bit about your story, and I know you were inspired by Vice President Biden's story. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think I was always under the idea that, as somebody who had a severe problem through my 20s and 30s, that I can only get this far with my speech. And when I learned that Joe Biden was a severe stutterer into his 20s, it sort of took the cap off of where I could go with my speech. I could see, oh, somebody who had a severe stutter dramatically changed their life. And so I thought, and ever since then, things have just gotten a lot better, a lot easier, yes.
Okay, well, it's so great to hear that. It's good to have you here. Thank you. Important information. And coming up,